Welcome everyone to the 2024 edition of the Sherny Awards. I am three-time Sherny Award winner and fashion icon, Josh Shernoff. For those new to the Shernies, this isn't your prestigious award show with honor and dignity. No, this is where we celebrate all those moments in wrestling that made you cringe, laugh, or question your life choices as a fan. The moments that had you texting your friends at 3 a.m. and getting a response at 6 a.m. explaining that your friends have jobs and kids now and are about 6 months behind on their DVR'd Raw and SmackDown. I'm talking about the underbelly of the wrestling business. So whether you're a longtime fan of the show or just stumbled across this while looking for a video of Todd Pettengill's opening act at the 1996 Slammies, buckle up because we're about to take a look back at a year that proved once again that truth is stranger than fiction, especially in professional wrestling. And we start with the That Didn't Age Well award. Back in September of 2022, CM Punk was fired after he, quote, just choked someone a little. Tony Khan feared for his life, as you can clearly see in the video of the altercation that doesn't show Tony Khan anywhere near said altercation. Man, I don't know about you, but I love watching footage of Tony Khan not on camera. But it's fascinating how things work out. Tony got to stop writing those big checks, and Punk got his ticket punched for a WWE homecoming. A win-win for Punk and, well, WWE. But the award itself goes to the EVPs and 1920s flapper icons, the Young Bucks, for their 2022 victory lap that aged about as well as milk in a sauna. There they were, strutting and preening in front of a Chicago crowd that had paid good money to see their hometown hero. You know, the one Tony had just fired. While the Bucks couldn't have been prouder to leave Chicago with this lasting image, CM Punk decided to leave them with this one about 2 months later. Oh well, at least the Bucks got a Sherny out of it. Speaking of CM Punk though, our next award is the From Fan Hands to 5 Stars award. Who knew that one of the greatest wrestling storylines of 2024 would start with an accidental injury and center around a beaded bracelet? That's right, folks. While most wrestlers are out there feuding over championships and honor, these two managed to make a piece of fan-made jewelry mean more than most wrestling gold. Drew McIntyre showcasing the compassion of Jim Cornette watching Vince Russo fall down the stairs, saw a heartfelt fan-made gift given to CM Punk and thought, I should take that. 9 months of bracelet-based taunting later, we got a Hell in a Cell match so good it had Dave Meltzer reaching for that 5th star like it was Kenny Omega merch at a clearance sale. The journey gave us everything: emotion, intrigue, and proof that sometimes the best wrestling feuds start with a botched DDT and end with $1 jewelry. So this award goes to Drew McIntyre and CM Punk for proving that wrestling's greatest stories can come from anywhere, even a fan's arts and crafts project. And while we're on the subject of Drew McIntyre, up next, it's the Undeserved Confidence Award. And no, I'm not talking about Drew. This goes out to the idea of these fans, and not the fans themselves, as I wouldn't want to break their streak of never winning anything in life. This award goes to all the fans who do things like this fan, boldly claiming Drew McIntyre got special pyro treatment in his, quote, home country of Australia, typed in all caps for maximum wrongness. Look, we all make mistakes, but it takes a special kind of confidence to, 1, assert someone's nationality, 2, type it in all caps, and 3, be so monumentally wrong that X had to step in and remind everyone that Drew McIntyre is about as Australian as a Philly cheesesteak. So next time you want to complain about pyro distribution, maybe Google the wrestler's homeland first. Drew McIntyre is Scottish. You know, the place with the kilts, not koalas. Next up, and this is fun for me, it's the I Control You Better Because I Have My Own Show award. And this one's dedicated to all those social media warriors who feel the need to share their groundbreaking insights like, this is dumb, or who even watches this? You know the type. They've got 12 followers, a Liv Morgan avatar, and apparently nothing better to do than tell everyone what they don't like. My favorite was the guy who commented, "Nobody cares about this," on a video with 70,000 views. I guess math isn't his strong suit, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a guy with several actual shows and more monthly viewers than he has hairs in his patchy neckbeard. And look, I genuinely want to understand. What's the end game here? Do you wake up in the morning and think, you know what would make today great? Telling strangers on the internet that I don't like their content. Is this really how you feel better about yourself? Because if so, therapy is cheaper than you think. Don't get me wrong, I'm always up for actual criticism. You want to tell me how we could make the show better? I'm all ears. Unless you say live studio audience. We did that and you all called it fake. So now you're stuck with me and the utter silence that follows my jokes. Which is actually the same thing I said to my wife as soon as she said I do, but I digress. Constructive criticism is how we grow. It's how we improve. But quote, ratio plus L plus mid isn't criticism or a sentence. It's just proof that your parents should have monitored your screen time more closely. So to all my dedicated critics out there, I eagerly await your rebuttal on your own award-winning wrestling show. Oh, you don't have one? Well, I'm sure those 3-letter comments on TikTok will really take you places. Still to come, it's the Best Booker Award. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. In years past, we've never done the Best Wrestler Awards or Best Match Awards. Instead, we've done awards like Most Likely to Engulf Himself in Flames Award, or the regrettably named I Can Double Fist Myself Award when I had 2 action figures. Not to brag, but I have 7 now, which is a lot of fists. But like all things, if you want to continue at the highest level, or in this case, continue, you have to evolve. With that, I give you the Match of the Year award. And it goes to QT Marshall versus The Big Show, AJ Styles, and Sid Justice. I'm sorry, I'm getting word that's Big Boom AJ and Big Justice. And I'm being told it was not the best match of 2024. Or was it? In a rare moment of clarity, AEW understood the assignment. Pro wrestling is entertainment and is all about drawing an audience, and boy, did they ever with this one. Between social media views of promos, the match itself, and clips of said match, AEW may have had more eyeballs on its product than maybe ever before. Now, the match itself was fine, nothing special, but a solid, fun match. Factor in that AJ did it with a broken foot, and it was pretty impressive. And while it was never going to earn 5 stars, it definitely deserves a Sherny, because at the end of the day, the more eyes you get on the product, the more potential there is for your 5 to 18 star matches to actually be seen by people other than the diehard sickos of AEW. So bravo to QT and company, and congratulations on your Sherny. And Big AJ, I'll send you a trophy if you promise to share this on TikTok. Okay, this is a big one. It's Booker of the Year. I've seen many places do this award, and it's always Triple H or Tony Khan, and I just don't get it. In my mind, this award is meant to be simple and literal, and that's why the Sherny Award for Booker of the Year goes to Booker T for being the best booker currently in pro wrestling. Although, honorable mention to both Brady Booker and Adam Booker, both quality bookers in their own right. Booker T, though, continues to shine with his shucky duckies and his quack quacks, making NXT must see, in the sense that you must see it and not hear it because you've muted it. Or some people have. I wouldn't, but I heard some people might. Does he watch this? No? No, nobody watches this. Okay. Well, folks, we've reached the main event. Our final award of the evening. And it's the Social Media Moves Faster Than Wrestling Award. And we have multiple winners here. And those winners are all the wrestling promoters who thought they could keep a secret in 2024. You know who you are, planning your big surprises while Twitter's already posting the airport photos, hotel check-ins, and what your surprise debut had for breakfast that morning. Special recognition goes to every wrestling company that tried to build suspense with those mysterious shadowy figure vignettes, only to have fans identify the person from their left elbow in the first frame. I mean, who needs detective work when you've got wrestling fans with too much time on their hands and access to Google image search? Remember, folks, in an age where fans can track flight patterns better than the FAA, maybe it's time to admit that the only real surprise in wrestling is when there actually is a surprise. And there were a few, mainly because some promoters have learned how to use story to produce a surprise rather than a specific talent. So here's to all the valiant attempts at keeping secrets in an industry where even the camera crew's coffee order ends up as breaking news. May 2025 bring you better disguises, private jets, and maybe some of those fake mustache glasses combinations. Though, let's be honest, somebody will probably recognize those too. So remember, in wrestling, like in life, sometimes the best moments are the ones that make you say, did that really just happen? Followed immediately by checking your phone to see if anyone else saw it too. And with that, we wrap up the 2024 Sherny Awards. Thank you all for watching. Before we go, I do just want to take a moment, since this is an award show. It does feel like the most appropriate time to speak to you about the environment and politics. Folks, there's a lot going on, and they're playing me off. This is my show. Please do not lower my microphone while upping the music. You're just going to do it anyways. Okay, Happy New Year. Have a great 2025. I guess we're just